Not muted? Okay, that's good, that's good. Wait, I just read that. Okay, I'm dumb. Alright, let me see if I can quickly get my browser open. Hello? Oh look, we found it. This one is discussing... Who is this discussing? Aster? Oh, Aster is finally gone from... Nijisanji. Okay, Nijisanji. Interesting. Wait, why does it show up as a freaking square? What happened to my browser, people? Hold up, give me a sec. I'm just gonna make the screen wider. Totally not to look down there in bigger resolution. Totally not, totally not. Dead. Alright, nice. Okay, let me just move it a little bit to the left. There we go. Now I can see the chat perfectly, boys. Alright, boys, let's get into this. We're gonna learn about Aster. I know absolutely nothing about Aster, but everything I hear about Nijisanji is always bad. At least I assume it's pronounced Nijisanji, you know, because of how the Japanese pronunciation of their words work. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call it Ninja Sand.
Oh, a big news! Because yesterday night...
It's actually pretty model. Hello, Creeper Chief. Welcome, welcome. We're busy watching a woman yap about some guy named Aster. We're finally going into the ninja mines. Oh boy. Hell yeah, brother. Fox's infantry in the path of armor dead. True. Because I play Black Hand. That is the infantry-heavy faction out of the 9 factions. And so very often, especially when I'm playing in mirrors, you know, because the Knot has really fast vehicles, instead of just using counters like sniper teams or just anti-infantry vehicles, they'll take their anti-armor vehicles and just roll over my infantry to counter them. Yeah, it's my suggestion. It's the guy who ran a strip club in VR chat. Whoa, that's crazy. Some really whack things are going down in Nijisanji, but we'll get into that. Let's see where the drama unfolds.
Very late, around like midnight, they finally got rid of Aster Arcadia! Woo!
Wait, it's Aster? No, it's not. It's Aster. You only pronounce it like its capital form when there's a vowel followed by a consonant followed by a vowel. What is wrong with you people? It's Aster, not Aster. Otherwise it would have been A-Easter.
So yeah, I guess we'll never...
She's English second language, forgive her. So am I. So am I. I have no excuse. She got no excuse. What is this ESL nonsense, huh? Ignore she's a woman? Actually true. We're gonna ignore this entire part here, we're just gonna focus on here.
See the Aster cooking stream. We don't know where he went for these ingredients. They must have been very hard to find because he just dipped. He dipped, look like going for milk and cigarettes, I suppose. There is some stuff to talk about though.
Nice. Speaking of cooking, we have cooking classes. You can ask Sunset Joker, my mod, to confirm. In our high school, we had classes. I think it was called consumer economics or something. Is it Swedish? I have no idea. I don't know what Swedes sound like. The only thing I know about Sweden is Swedish bacon marching to war. I don't know why you guys are military bacon up there in Sweden, but whatever. So anyways, so in these, I think it was called consumers. That was a subject, and you learned how to cook there and prepare, you know, some basic meals. And so we had this one guy who consistently put weed as an ingredient inside of his food products that he would make in class. To the point where teachers were even nervous to taste test his food in case it was filled with weed. Like, he made weed muffins, he made weed pancakes, he made the whole works in the middle of school in broad daylight. Like, he was renowned for it. That guy, he must have made so much bank just selling stuff in that school, damn. Like, that reminds me of another tangent. I'm sorry if I'm going on topic here, but I think it was for our final exam for geography in 12th grade. And because we needed tools, because we work with maps a lot, so you need like a piece of string to accurately, notorious for getting baked, yep. We needed a string to accurately, you know, measure distances across squiggly roads. We needed protractors, we needed compasses and rulers, blah, blah, blah. So he stood outside that hall of the exam, and he had printed, he photocopied rulers and protractors, and he held probably a whole bundle of string, and he was selling them for like $2 a piece. Okay, which is like, you know, $50 down here. And he was making bank that morning. Like the lecturers are supposed to be the vigilators who's supposed to, watch everyone, make sure they're not cheating or whatever. They were just looking at this guy making absolute bag. They were just laughing at themselves. This guy's a businessman, natural hustler. True. He was making bag that day. It would be even funnier if he was the guy who ended up stealing their equipment just so that he could sell them photocopied ones for like 500% interest. Bro hustled. I'll never forget him. Absolute Chad. He was also the only guy in high school who had hands smaller than me. But he could punch much harder. But yeah. I mean, he was also like, 3/4 of my size, but whatever.
Regarding the
Rant over.
termination notice, it's not really a termination. The
Rags to
wording
riches,
that they
goddamn.
used
Hell
is
yeah.
odd, and a lot of people are questioning the wording they used. Nijisanji EN official tweeted, "We hear about
Oh, geez, corporate speak. As soon as they begin with, we hereby, it's going to be corporate sugar-coated nonsense.
inform you that Aster Acadia will be separating from Nijisanji EN as of July 15, 2025,
For those of you who speak regular English, you got fired.
and will not resume
Hello,
streaming
Foxu, have a
activity."
nice stream. Thank you so much for coming in. Kazedayo, we've missed you, man. Hope you have a fantastic Friday. Thanks for popping in.
So I'm curious as to why
We hereby
they're using the
ChatGPT
word
continue to prompt. I wouldn't be surprised if any sort of person who is hired to write out, these sort of things on their networking, whether it's in the social media or whether it's sending out emails, they 100% use ChatGPT. Separation, huh? I wonder how they'll handle the kids' custody. You mean like when Donald Trump and Elon Musk had a falling out? Who's going to take custody of America, Chad? Okay, how about this? Donald, you can have America from Monday to Friday, and then American can see Elon on the weekends.
Separating here? Is it because his contract ran out and they couldn't use the word terminating, they just decided to not renew? Or is it to avoid having to say why he is graduating?
I mean, if it's a very controversial reason for him being booted out, naturally you'd want to use the word separate rather than terminate, because terminate is usually an admission. It's slightly more of an admission of guilt that the person was doing some wrong. If you get what I mean. It's kind of like if I had to use, more extreme language, or say, it's a difference between we're letting him go versus we're firing him for what he did. If you get what I mean. We admit that he did. Yep, it's pretty much exactly. So they're trying to make it as ambiguous as possible.
Or why is he being terminated? Because usually when somebody is terminated, you have to give an answer, or at least Nijisanji, there's precedent where they give a pretty extensive list of what you did wrong. And they add, please refrain from directly contacting our livers about this matter. Thank you for understanding.
And usually when they do something like this, now I'm not saying this is true, but when they use especially ambiguous language like this, it's usually to remove any guilt or association from themselves or any sort of involvement. So like if you allow this person with full knowledge to act in the way that he did, there's a little bit of blame kind of on you. So you would use as very ambiguous language as possible to, kind of distance yourself from that. Oh yeah, it's totally trying to cover up. So I was right. I read right through their BS.
But yeah, this is the first time we see like a separate.
See, I have gigatism, not just tism. I have gigatism. Nothing flies past me.
And on top of that, we still haven't received the
The Aster files. There's coffee all over my keyboard. Wait, hold up. Let me clean this up. Aster didn't graduate himself. Was Donald Trump on the flight logs to Aster's island chat? Oh, that was too much. I did not expect this. It caught me completely off guard. Aster Strip Club. Similar type of degeneracy, pretty much.
investigations results. If you guys remember, around, I think
Wait, what is he? Was he like actually investigated? Damn.
December last year, Nijisanji tweeted that regarding the recent controversy, Anycolor has determined following course of action, we have initiated an independent
Okay, so it was an actual investigation.
third-party
Damn.
investigation into these issues and will share the outcome with our livers and our community. This investigation
What's a liver, by the way? I don't know this term.
will focus on the issues of sexual harassment and unauthorized information leakage to outside parties and will include a thorough
I hope no one clipped me laughing. That was too embarrassing. Please no.
review of company policies and their implementation. Based on the outcome of this investigation, appropriate disciplinary actions will be taken and updated policies will be shared with our livers and our community.
Livers was Ninja's term for their talents, if I recall correctly. Ah, makes sense, you know, because they go live, so liver. I almost read it as liver, but I assumed because this has to do with people who live stream that it was called livers. English is just the worst, man.
Anycolor is committed to a safe and community-focused environment free from any type of inappropriate behavior. It's like, so when are we gonna release?
Am I the only one who hates the corporate language? Like, if I was in charge, I would just tweet it, bro messed up, we're investigating him, and we'll see not whether or not we clap his cheeks. That's probably what I would have tweeted out.
The Aster files. Fuck the Epstein files.
Well, I hate the save face, sugar-coated corporate speech. I just absolutely hate it. Like, you know the show Severance? The amount of just corporate corpo-ness that's in there, especially with the jargon that they use, it drives me absolutely insane. I would probably hate to work in an office somewhere. I would die.
The Aster files.
I would lose my marbles if I had to deal with HR. If I ever go to jail, you guys know it's because I spoke to someone from HR.
In here. You know what the best tweet about this situation? It was actually Mujin. I actually laughed out loud when I saw this tweet.
Sounds like Waseigo. Fake English words made up by the Japanese. Yes.
Japanese Airlines profits plunge minus 95%. Not that their biggest customer has stopped
from drinking.
Trying to fly fans to meet him in a hotel room.
Hold up. Japanese Airlines profit plunge now that their biggest customer has stopped trying to fly fans to meet him in a hotel room. Uh-oh. Just like Epstein, huh? We had people out flying to him. They really were flying over to his strip club. Ooh, this just gets worse and worse. And you say I have a seal app. What was that? What was that, huh? I'm not the only one.
I can't. He's so original. I love it. Their last two termination regarding the investigation, like the two people involved in the investigations, they've had weird wordings with their termination. With Twisty,
it might have just been two different HR employees.
The issue was that they're saying Nijisanji has terminated its contract with Twisty and Manazako due to confirmed instance of discriminatory speech, which is in direct violation of our contract terms and is not tolerated in our community.
Oh damn, I'm never working for a corporate. They're gonna police my speech like that. Just a quick question. How many people has Nijisanji terminated within like the last year? Bro, what is this? We have Austrian painter VTuber. We have Epstein VTuber. What's next? Genghis Khan VTuber. Like 12 in the last year? Do they have anybody left? That's like at least once a month. Elon Musk VTuber? Oh geez, coming soon, TM.
But they got her because of the private call that was leaked, and not because of that black screen stream that she did, where she revealed a bunch of sensitive information about the company, and then she leaked that one.
Was it justified though? I heard they were a pretty bad company. Yeah, Elon will come out with his catkill model and join Ninja. He already did. Have you not seen the latest Grok model? Grok is about to join Nijisanji, bros. It's over. You look lonely. You look lonely, chat.
One call with Aster.
Subscription only stream as well.
Where he
How will
sort of
Genghis Khan
admitted
spread his seed? Chat's looking submissive and breedable. That's exactly how. Oh, it's got a model now? You don't know? Oh, he doesn't know. Oh, he doesn't know. Alright, when we finish this video, remind me and I'll pull it up. Hopefully they don't pull up the lingerie outfit that she was wearing and I don't get banned on Twitch. I do not go on Twitter, bro? Okay. After this video, I'll put it up. He lacks critical info. True. Let's just say that we're now living in a dystopia, but we don't have all the cool sci-fi upgrades to our bodies yet.
That he did that inappropriate joke. And if you notice, if you look at the account, I mean, they did this announcement, right? And there's already a bunch of just positive posts being posted right after. It's almost like they're trying to make this fly under the radar.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, all comments are as soon as they make well enough prosthetics. You know what's funny? We actually have some halfway decent prosthetics. They're just absurdly expensive. I think you have to pay like what, $8,000 just to get a decent prosthetic that comes with sensory information. Like I forget how they do it, but I know sometimes when they amputate your arm, and one of the surgical techniques, what they're able to do is they're able to take the nerves from out of your fingers, and they implant them, I think, into your chest. And so they then hook that up to your prosthetic arm, and so whenever you pick up something, you're still able to feel it on the tips of your fingers. You know, quote unquote, because you still technically have the nerves, and those nerves, you know, kind of trigger the brain and whatever. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if that's been done en masse. I'm pretty sure that it's not possible for every case, since, you know, most people just lose their entire arm and they don't have spare nerves. Boy, I can't wait to pay $12 billion to have an arm in my dystopian world. Yeah, unfortunately, along with dystopian world and cyberpunk comes a dystopian corporate business lifestyle of charging all your customers 7 trillion% upmarket in their prices.
Stock wise or like company wise, it doesn't feel like it's affected them much. Their stock.
Dystopian inflation, trust me. The Bow inflation has got nothing on this type of inflation. Tariffs be like, we're about to get hit with a 30% tariff from Donald Trump because my government is full of retards.
After plummeting,
they kept calling him a white supremacist and a fascist. And so he hit them with the tariffs. Now they're all like, oh no, why would he ever do this to us? Oh no.
During the Selengate thing, it's back up. It's gapping the Cover Corp stocks, by the way. So it's just Nijisanji EN is like the support branch for their company. Nijisanji never had a talent named Twisty or Aster. Yes, it's funny you say that because it's almost like they're trying to
They never had one?
memory hold the
I can't tell if they're being sarcastic or not.
Investigation. I really hope we'll get an answer to this. Another like theory that's
theory.
Isn't from this.
Then again, have you guys seen how I pronounce the word what? W-H-A-T, what? I have my own little quirks, so
wording
I can't make fun of
is
everybody.
that you know
just
how
time travel
Twisty
40k years in the
has
future and have it
revealed
replaced
that
for free.
she got.
Yeah, you're also going to be eternally bound to serve the Emperor for free in some hunk of metal too. No terminations and bossing, say hell yeah.
Offered settlement money during her black screen live stream, and now you know I'm wondering it could be or it could not be. This is entirely speculation that perhaps Aster Arcadia was also offered that money to walk away from this. Of course, this is only speculation, but I mean, it could be another theory. There's so much we don't know. We can only speculate. Aster is already planning his.
Bro, can you imagine if like someone gets fired from your work and your manager comes to you and says it's time, and they walk you to this dark black room, you know, just surrounded with like completely no windows, nothing, with just like a chair with a little cap that they screw onto your head and just go bzz, 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 and you completely forget you ever had a colleague. Damn, that's scary. Yeah, but, oh my gosh, guys, look. It's Smugglana. What a nice cameo. Who would have thought? Wave to Smug, guys. Hello.
His re-debut on Twitch and YouTube. Scaling for the late game is the
Jedi mind tricks. These are not the VTubers you're looking for. Me when they come looking for the Nazi fascist VTubers. I'm not the VTuber you're looking for. You gotta point him in the way of the Nachisumiku.
He's a Kassadin player, and Kassadin is a late game champion in League, known for hitting his spike at level 16. So yeah, it fits. There's also his YouTube account. Well, it's not completely confirmed, okay? This is not confirmed that it's his account, but everybody thinks that it is. Like, I got, I think, a million. Like,
it wasn't me. Wait. I'm not the War Thunder military blueprint leaker you're looking for. It wasn't me. I'm not the Adon you're looking for, exactly.
Like, I've got so many people DMing me about this on Twitter. So his
what they do in War Thunder forums?
main
Yeah,
channel
I
YouTube
know.
got wiped. I think
Days without War
when
Thunder leaks is
False
0.
was streaming yesterday, the posts were still up and they were like getting deleted as he, you know, was streaming them. There's this false ID tweet here. Following the announcement of Aster Arcadia separating from Nijisanji Yen, his Twitter was immediately locked and his YouTube was wiped in the next hour.
Bro, I cannot imagine working for some corporate name. Like, everything you built up just gets wiped as soon as I let you go? What? Damn.
Half a day later, his talent and merch page have now been removed. So Twitter locked at...
Yep, damn, that's scary. Probably the biggest reason why I would never work for Big Corpa. I'm not giving up the Underworld Fox brand. It's just too cool. Like, have you guys seen the update that Ashy posted of my eyes? 100% looks better than any of these guys. Thank God for the VTuber drama false ID. Who would have run out of content if this stuff ever happened every other day? Throw. Actually, speaking of, I know Ant didn't see it, but I think some of you guys might have seen it. My artist Ashibu, she posted an update of the work in progress of my live 2D models' eyes. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's over here. There we go. Look at that. Absolute cinema. This is gonna be me, boys. This is gonna be me. It literally looks like regular model, RTX on. Just look at that. And it's even got reflections. Slay! Absolute cinema. God. I mean... Oh, okay, I know it looks a little bit feminine from this angle, you know, without the hair over it, but it's a dude. Trust me. It's a dude. Trust me. It's not a femboy either. It's an absolute masculine man. But the way she did the eyes is absolutely astronomically beautiful. And I believe this is the first time she's ever made a VTuber model. And she absolutely killed it. You've got the ooh in your eyes? Me in Thailand? I'm not a trap, guys, trust me. But yeah, like the reflections that she's got going on over here. Like just the way that she made the eyelashes, you know, kind of like flames. She absolutely nailed the whole vibe. Shout out to Ashy Boo. This was absolutely cinema. But anyways, let's get back to the video. Like, this is actually good enough for when it's finished and rendered out, for me to actually just use it straight up as one of those eye banners that VTubers like using. You know, they always like commission a little snippet of their like face with the eyes, and they'll usually use that as like a type of banner. A lot of VTubers do this. Bro, I don't even need to commission anything, bro. Just crop it right here. Paste that as a banner. Easy GG. Clappies? Yeah, thank you. She did an absolute phenomenal job. And I am a little bit broke this month, but Rai agreed to help out with the rigging. Smug uses it as a PFP? Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah, I might as well even use it for my PFP at this point. I'm really excited. Like, show me any other VTuber, guys and gals, who've got eyes as pretty as that. You can't find one. She absolutely cooked. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, this texture right here of the iris, that's actually my handiwork, believe it or not. I actually sat for 12 hours and I did that. It was just Ashy who put it, you know, all together, and then of course did the rest of the eyes and blah 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 and the rest of the model. But yeah, the iris is uniquely my design. I wanted to go for the Eye of Sauron vibe, and I think I nailed it. Anyways, tangent over, boys.
As is usually the case, this
12
this
hours of
YouTuber
iris
just
work,
looked
hell
at
yeah.
it, and now
Do you know how hard it is to draw with the mouse in Blender? I didn't even have Photoshop or any of these other art programs, bro. I had a mouse in Blender. It's the 572nd time you tell that. Hey, I gotta give myself a little bit of hype, you know? I can only imagine, yeah.
the merch page gone, everything's wiped. There was
Yep, it's
never
all
a
gone.
Twisty or an Aster.
Verified orgies, what? Oh, verified. What? Ogres. I can't read, I'm blind, hold on. Oh, it's verified orgs.
Sanji, that never happened. So apparently that's it.
It's because I have this thing windowed, so it's a lot smaller on my screen than it is on yours. So I read verified orgies, I'm like, what?
His new
I had
that's
to
his
zoom
PL
in just to see.
account. This is also
Gooner
speculations, but ended all activities on
bad.
June 11th.
I mean, there's a VTuber with big honkers on my screen. What do you think I expected?
And there's a bunch of, you know, old friends and livers following this account. And it's also kind of following this new YouTube account, Aitia, which is speculated to be him scaling
Interesting.
for the late game. Liga
MF
Dick
had a
and
mouse
singing
and a
as a
blender
hobby.
and cooked for
I think
12
that's
hours
why
and made some
people
hours.
believe
How
this
did he
is
do that?
Aster.
No. Blender, the software blender, the 3D modeling software. Not a kitchen blender. I didn't take a squeaky mice, put it in a blender, go zzz, and then come out with a 2D texture. It didn't work like that.
Because of
That's
all
voodoo,
these
not even I'm
little
capable of.
clues. Of course, it's not
Don't-
confirmed
don't-
yet. People
I
have
know
been
that.
wrong about this before. Do you guys remember when Denoff debuted and people thought this
Well, you said
liver
a
was this
blender, so-
ASMR artist? Since that, I take everything with a grain of salt. I never believed that speculation, by the way. I think we debunked it in my server like pretty
It's
early
some
on,
bizarre
but I know a lot of
magician's
people
true.
caught onto it. Maybe Xenion is confirmed, but not the new one. Man, it's sad that we never gonna get the conclusion for Nijisanji case.
I'm sorry, what, the Nijisanji case? Why did no one tell me about this? I was wondering where the 2,000 crates of baby oil came from when they had to ship it overseas, down here in the local Johnson & Johnson's factory. I guess it was actually to Nijisanji. Who knew? Yeah, I actually live near the Johnson & Johnson's factory, guys, believe it or not. And some guy told me, we were shipping out, a couple of thousand containers of the stuff. I'm like, oh, damn, really? I guess we're going straight to the Nijisanji. Lost in transit, somehow ended up at Aster's. No, that was the correct customer, believe it or not. Odd, huh? Very odd.
It's just insane that they let him get away with it. I'm hoping that we might still get an investigation result. I mean, they can't just say that they're gonna do it and then not do it. Based on the outcome of the investigation, appropriate disciplinary action will be taken and updated policies will be shared with our livers and our community. They said they would share it with our community. Even their
Did they ever share
audiences
it?
are upset about it. Like, their own fans are mad. I mean, okay, there is Aster fans that are still defending him, and we'll take a look at that in a
Bro, there's fans of every VTuber that will defend them no matter what. You want a prime example? Look at Cinder.
second, but Jasmine is a infamous Nijisanji fan, and she's also upset about it. She says they treat baseball more seriously than this. I'm a little upsetty spaghetti. She's referring to the Gundo Mirai scandal where
Also, what's up with you guys over in the north taking sports way too seriously? Like, every time a soccer team or some football team or whatever team wins, you guys go out in the streets and you start looting, breaking stuff and setting everything on fire. What's up with that, guys? Can someone please explain the logic to me? Your team wins, so you go out and riot in the streets? What's wrong with you people?
she made a joke at
We
a
don't do that
baseball
down
game
here.
and she got terminated for it. I have a lot of criticism because, come on, let's be dead ass. I'm not gonna be NT-level criticism. I'm just not satisfied with any of this, and I'm not gonna pretend I am. Messy ass scenario, but it would be reassuring to have, more of a look of commitment and safety, decorum, and not rip
She
the
probably meant safety, but anyways.
Band-Aid off and get them the fuck out. I wonder if they deadass gave up on the official documents or whether they just fed up with those two in particular. If
Who
you
knows?
announce an investigation and those two people who were involved with that investigation are now gone, yes, we still want to see the result that you publicly set an expectation for.
Wait, so they've still not released the results? That probably explains the whole Epstein file joke that they had about Aster. Interesting. Wasn't this recent? Didn't they recently let him go? I'm not sure how long ago this was.
Anyway, please support Luna as hard as you can. They just personally piss me off so bad with it. I know there are attempts, but they keep sticking out for me personally. Get the communication on point for once, management, please. This is something we've been begging them to do for over a year, the communication part.
Jeez, a year? Oh boy. That's big corporate for you.
Girl, that investigation was 2 sticks and some glue for all we know. I'm a little angry emoji, but I guess I'll move on. Kinda have to now, months later.
Never forget, boys. Always keep pushing. Always keep pushing for the Epstein files. I mean, the Aster files.
Christy did say she believes there was no investigation. He's another Nijisanji fan. Very outspoken. Let's see what she has to say.
Also, bro, what's up with people and there's freaking bazillion tabs? I could never. If it gets to more than 10, it'll only ever happen for a stream. Other than that, nah. Whenever I'm off stream, I have a single tab open. Just one. My gigatism brain cannot fathom having, more than a dozen.
Say, wait, do they...
And then I see Asmongold stream, and he's got 200 tabs open. I'm like, hell no. More than 4 tabs is too much for me? I agree.
mean he's keeping the Aster Arcadia IP, but then again, they closed down the account already. No, he's not keeping the IP. I don't think so. Because
300? What? That's insane. How do you even remember what your tabs are? Bro, that is absolutely crazy. I can't fathom ×2 speed night core. I mean, I can fathom it. It's pretty easy. If I'm not mistaken, night core is already sped up by like 50%. And so I watch Nightcore on YouTube in ×2 speed because I'm just that much zoomer brained. The only reason why you guys are getting 1 speed now is because I was requested that we do this. Otherwise I would watch this whole video in ×2 speed.
I mean, I guess she's questioning that
Art's
because of the
clock.
separation wording, which we've never heard before, so it's...
Nightcore music
I
goes
understand the
hard. True. And that is why I love the series Murder Drones, especially for the season finale. They had such a 2000s era Nightcore song playing, I just loved it. And it was original too, not a sped up of something else. I found what I wanted to send you last time, this is great.
Fusion.
Nice.
Because how we wait for months to get nothing, we all already knew he was probably gonna leave, but at least tell us the results. Girl, at least explain what happened from the investigation. By the way, this is worded, it doesn't sound like he was fired, but rather he's the one who chose to leave, but they didn't use the term graduate either. Yeah, they're also frustrated. Chris the Holo Sim says, I believe Niji management is becoming more soulless every time they lost a liver.
Every time they lose one of the livers, boys. Send them a DM directly. Alright, Pog, we'll check it out after this video.
They didn't even bother asking fans to support the remaining Illuna members or
Okay, does anybody know what the Illuna members are? I don't actually know what that is.
announce the state of his merch and fan letters. They went from this to this. They are
Wait, do VTubers actually read fan letters? I didn't even know fan letters were a thing. Like, is it like written letters? Or is it like emails? Or what is this? Another VTuber org, I guess, probably.
evolving, but
Some do,
backward.
one's
That's
right
so
on stream chat.
sad.
Oh, that is so Pog! Oh, nice, congrats, man.
But it might be true. It actually might be true. There's just been so much
Physical
termination. They're just like,
Oh, that is really
whatever.
nice.
I'm just
To
gonna
get that
keep
right
our
out on
head
stream,
down
that
and
must
keep
be so
going.
cool.
This is a huge.
The Luna Institute of Mystics, a school which was founded in 1710 to train mages. Hell yeah. Sign me up, boys. I know all about magic. Matter of fact, I cut off 3 toes and I walk up the mountain hill both ways to go to the Wi-Fi shaman and give him a toad and a piece of leopard skin. And together he mixes them up and he grants me Wi-Fi for the week.
Aster fan, I suppose, gonna miss his
Oh, of
laugh,
course,
not
yes,
gonna
I
lie.
studied in
And
Luna.
now the
Hell yeah.
videos are gone. I've had his standees on my desk since this all
What the hell's a standees? I assume it's like a figurine or something. We've seen wizard shorts. We know the magic. Hell yeah.
started. Now that we have an answer, I went and put him back with his friends. Where are his friends? Like in the graveyard or in the trash can? Or just on another shelf? Why wasn't he with his friends
Standing desk,
before?
maybe?
Why was he
Could be figurines.
separated?
I think it's probably figurines.
I have so many questions. At least Aster is still there in Uki's Planetarium and on the MC server.
Minecraft server, I assume. Standees, the little acrylic displays the character models. Oh, okay, interesting.
Aster does have friend. If you guys watch my video that I made on Nijisanji, Twisty, and Aster, I think it came out this month.
Would you guys buy my merch if I ever came up with merch? Just a hot question. If it's yes or no, I don't care. I'm just curious. Because I know Necra's still pretty new, right? She's still quite a small VTuber. She's already got merch. If I had the money, namaste. Oh, what? What's the word? Gracias. Is it gracias? Here we go. Gracias. There we go. Femfox merch 9. Depends on how gay it is. No, nothing gay. If I'd actually sit and think what type of merch I'd probably sign up for, it's definitely got to be a greatsword, boys. A greatsword with like a Underworld Fox emblem, you know? Hand signed with an engraver from my own hand with my Underworld Fox signature on the side of the blade. Hell yeah, that would go hard. A Daki? What? I'm trying to sell greatswords here and you guys want freaking goon pillows. Gonna steal a design from Genshin.
At the end of the video, I showcase how they were seen playing League together not long ago. I think it was...
Oh, League players. Always a problem.
Anna, Aster... I can't totally recall who was on the team. Replying to the Nijisanji tweet, now this makes me sad.
I'll never understand the appeal of Dakis, man. I mean, totally unrelated, legally distinct design. Yeah,
extremely
exactly,
sad. Best of luck to you, Aster.
No copyright
I hope he's
violations
happy
here.
in his new apartment, away from his bum-ass roommates. So much left undone, but wherever he goes, I hope it's a good place.
Wait. I assume once a big corpo kicks you out, you basically lose your salary, right? because you don't have access to your YouTube, your Twitter accounts, your socials, your merch. So your income basically gets, it gets cut off. You're now a hobo. Yeah, pretty much, dude. That's scary. Imagine building up like such a huge reputation over years, like 3-4 years, and then they just decide, sorry, we're letting you go now. No more revenue for you. Hope you had a decent past life account. Yep. I think Zentreya got to keep her design stuff. Okay, that's at least nice, If the agency at least lets you, move on to like a new segment of your life with your own platform and models, is fun. Basically, MC. I think the only example I can think of where someone does a like complete rebrand and is still massively successful is Gargura, who is Saba now? Saba? Something like that.
And once again, flop indie VTubers with blue check marks, resorting to drama, grifting for clicks and clout because they are not getting the views they want.
It's a little bit of clout seeking right over there, but yeah, they actually do that. Saba, here we go.
Yeah, this is why I've been on the fence about all of this. It just doesn't add
Out of
up.
3 times,
it really doesn't.
Really,
it doesn't add up. It feels so insanely targeted.
You'll never escape.
I mean, yeah, it is targeted to him because of the stuff we've heard about him. The least
I mean, I feel like sometimes you'll just have a very distinctive voice and style. Like, imagine you just pop open a new VTuber, completely unrelated, never before seen, and the first thing you hear is chat. You immediately gonna know it's Smugalana. The post-holo peeps been going good. Sweet.
Confident member of Iluna during his waves. Most important moment 3D just when he finally moved to a new place and was finally away from his shitty roommates that made his life hell. It doesn't sit right with me. Regardless what others believe, none of that.
Wait. So this guy was in an apartment with roommates and he was a massively successful VTuber? Someone explain that to me. Unless maybe housing is just really expensive over there. But I thought if you had, like, if connections to a big company like Nijisanji, you'd be basically a millionaire. Oh, maybe I just overestimated how much these guys earn.
That feels like a targeted attack from those same indies who couldn't get over February. Oh, it was Wiwa, Ilira, and Uwuki. Yes, that were playing League with him. I can't recall the others. It was like one just DP like.
Bro, imagine playing League. I could never. You're bolding. Japanese housing is pretty rough. I mean, shoot, a bunch of whole life peeps have roommates too. Big company doesn't mean they'll buy your house for you. Yeah, but I mean, you're going to be earning quite a lot. But I have to remember that property and things like rent down here is massively, massively cheaper than it is overseas. So I'll just give you guys an example. Say I earned, 10 grand. What's 10 grand? What's 10,000 divided by 20, guys? It's 1,000 divided by 2. Say I earned $500. Okay, a month. And I work for Nijisanji or whatever. I would be able to afford rent. Yeah, $500. I would be able to afford rent of a 3-bedroom house. I would be able to afford my own groceries, my electricity, my water, my car, my fuel, everything. $500. And I would have a beachside view. So $500. No roommates, nothing. And I'll be set. That's just how cheap stuff down here is. Big yard too.
Liver that was in Niji, and I can't recall the fourth. There's the Lulu tweeting on her PL, replying to somebody, not even just woman, knowing.
I mean, hey, that's 10k more of any currency. Average pay. Oh, damn. Whew.
Knowing they can't celebrate their anniversary and every Annie and project after, talking about Nijisanji waves, I suppose, or Nijisanji livers, in peace, without having
Would you have copper? Yep, I'd have copper. And enough for spare copper, too.
to ever work with him again makes me feel so.
I'd even be able to afford Wi-Fi. I mean, when half the top 10 most dangerous cities were South African ones. I saw that. Oh, man. I shared it in my Discord. It showed you what the top, I think it was top 100 or something cities with, like, the most crime. The top 10, 50% of them were South African cities, boys. I have it rough. To be fair, I need like $15 to survive a week. Rented bills, though, that's, good joke. How much is $15? $15? It's about 300 rand. Yeah, I can see $15. Yeah, it's about groceries for a single person, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be able to survive with $15 a week. That was a little bit too low.
Happy for them. A little bit of positivity coming from her here. Oh yeah, the updated graph. They're literally playing bingo. Bingo.
Damn! They got a hit list going on.
Now we have Aster gone too. Oi, you! Yeah,
Me? What about me?
you! Hi! If you're not subscribed
Hello.
to my second channel, I don't know what you're doing with your life. So
I'm playing Killing Floor 2 with the boys.
take a moment, press the like button, press the subscribe button,
Boys, we got a
and
11
hit that
bingo. Let's go. Hell
notification
yeah.
bell
We didn't get a bingo. We got the bing ning 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 ningo.
on. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now let's get back into the video. So yeah, the Nijisanji livers, they seem the woman one actually. They seem to be having a good time. They're all tweeting as if nothing happened. You know, there's no sad
Do not acknowledge what cannot be spoken about.
posting. Scarlett's like, I want a mass debate. Aya's just tweeting. I got my morning Dutch bros on the way to work.
What the hell's a Dutch bros? Huh?
And the barista asked me what I did for a living. I just told him that I'm just an office lady, and he responded with, huh? I never would have guessed. Girl, what's that?
Oh, Iluna is one of the ninja waves? Oh, so like the generations of VTubers that they hire? I think that's how it works.
That's supposed to mean? Renzoto tweeted, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Sorry,
Okay,
that was
okay.
yesterday.
Interesting.
That was yesterday, but he hasn't tweeted anything since then. And has also been tweeting as if nothing happened, but I believe she's one of his friends. So who knows? Maria Marionette is tweeting, I don't know why, but I just wanted to dance today. So just dancing to random songs right now. Sweat super yabai.
Dance is pretty pog, not gonna lie.
So Aster got
I can only do ballroom dancing, that's about it.
terminated and she feels like dancing. Well, us too, Maria.
Except that one time I got first place in a breakdancing competition. But that was many years ago, when I was a kid. If I had to do that now to break something, it would really be a breakdancing. I wouldn't be able to get up for at least 10 minutes.
Us too. We don't know who was invited to a Japanese hotel. All we know is that Twisty mentioned 2 different victims at least in
Victims. So this wasn't like consensual stuff. This was, this really was the Epstein files. Breakdancing, I can break. I don't know about the dancing though. See, dancing is what they call the loose limb after it gets broken, when it just, you know, flaps around when you try and run.
in her live stream. Yeah, it could be unrelated. I agree. It could be totally unrelated, but I like the headcanon. Exactly, Mythic Gas. Unlike the Twisty termination, where they like locked her accounts first and then did the announcement. This one was the opposite. It's like they did the announcement and then they locked everything. This person tweeted a lot, but I can't remember who is Shimo Esport. I knew this was a thing, but damn it.
Probably an esports player.
It is stupid. No, it directly states Aster Arcadia will not resume streaming. They likely did not resign the contract. They can be either or. There is a chance that the investigation could not be made public, though a wording like the investigation has been concluded and either part has chosen to resign would be a better phrasing. With how much they have fucked up beforehand, it's likely the best. It's always better for firms to say too little than too much.
Yep. That is
especially given circumstances. The best conclusion is just that they might not be able to share the info, which honestly good. It might avoid certain prior situations. No, release the Aster files.
Yes, release everything. Let us know everything, boys.
Like, is this a shitty situation? 100%, but no matter what they did, it would be shitty, so they should just give as little as they can. And sometimes releasing info isn't worth it. It's likely isn't worth it for talents as well, especially given that it's likely a Japanese consultancy, Japanese management style is likely...
Bro, look at our tabs. I'm looking. This is giving me a stroke. This is like at least like 30 tabs over there.
Recommended.
Bro, and I get flack for just having a 3rd tab open. And people go, whoa, what are you doing, bro? What is this, bro? This is gonna be like 30, 50 tabs?
The consequences of sharing could be worse than this. Saying separated likely means that
at this point, just put everything to a PowerPoint. Just at least it's just one thing to click through.
The contract wasn't renewed for whatever reason, though it is Japan and Madojiwazoku and Ode Shibeya are common management phenomenons. Saving face is a big concern.
Oh yeah, apparently, speaking of saving face, apparently it's illegal to, well, what's the word? Not deface. Not disrespect. This is a word from it. To defame someone, I think. Yeah? Defamation. You can actually get sued for defamation in Japan. But what if you forget the script and need to go back and do something else? Have a bigger attention span or something. I don't know. Install more RAM so you have more memory.
Yes, we know something had to happen that ended the podcast, and that was much longer ago. And then we suspect something else, as well as the Aster Scarlet leak.
I'm one myself. You don't see me doing this.
and Twisty, as well as Friends of Twisty. Yep, and if you want seriously a good like refresher of everything that happened, go check out my latest video on Nijisanji. It's got everything
You're the
there.
exception.
I think
Because I'm a normie. Despite what you guys think, I'm an absolute normie bum who knows absolutely nothing about the internet, about culture, about politics, about VTubing. I'm just here playing games. Sure, no, really. Ask chat just how many times something extremely common comes up and I'll be like, what the hell's that?
the only
I got Wi-Fi last year, and I live in Africa. That should tell you all you need to know.
thing that I didn't cover in it that I could have added was false ID. During his video on Aster, he showed some additional screenshots, I believe, of like livers confirming that there was no name, of course, but it was like livers confirming that they had like also creepy dealings with him.
Ooh. What is going on there with this Aster? Naive, normally VTuber, surely nothing will go wrong. No, I know what you're alluding to. I'm not gonna turn into Finster. 9.
You know, we had Quinn also say on stream that he got bad vibes from him. He got creepy vibes from him.
Always trust instinct. When people ask for source, past experience, or generational memory, gut feeling, instinct. You got those 5, and a little bit of wisdom, right? You got those 5 things? 100% foolproof. That's a good ending. Oh no.
Now these are some
Oh no, Ant, what did you do? What did you do,
Reddit
bro?
comments that we could read. Yes, there was also mention of him in the Raziel.
Oh jeez, not Reddit. Thus, the saga has finally ended. I want to read this quick. I know for a fact that's the source. Oh, yes. I know for a fact I'm not the only one who feels a massive sense of relief. It's finally over. No, I'm not feeling relief, bro. Release the files. I'm now happy that her efforts at least took him down with her, problematic she was. I don't know who the she is here, but okay. And as arguably valid as it is for her to be dropped by the company, this conclusion at least means she made a net positive impact for the company and her co-workers at the end of the day. That's something to be proud of, I suppose. Sure, there'll be some interesting discord on the unique and swift wording of this announcement, and may I'll entertain later, but as right now, I don't really care. I'm just happy that we can close the one troublesome plop thread, I don't know, in otherwise big upswing year for yen. Okay, to any ex-Arcadians out there, take your time to work out the emotions of all this. Losing an Oshi in any way is row something? I don't know. If you don't want to stick around, there are many libraries who may interest you. Also, I never understood the whole thing of people going up, all of the people having such an emotional investment into their Oshis. It's always struck me as really weird. Like, the most recent example I can think of is everybody molding over the whole Cinder disappointment. I'm like, yeah, no, not exactly a good situation. We have people crying over this. I'm like, what? You guys take this seriously? Maybe I'm too normie, but that's just something that I cannot comprehend. Like, obviously, I feel for Quasar, because he was really massively disappointed by the whole Cinder debacle. And I'm not saying he's wrong to feel that way, you know, I really do feel for him, I felt bad for him. But it's just not something that I can, you know, understand, okay? It's beyond my limits to understand why he would get upset over this. I'm just trying to explain, you know, my point of view of this. I'm putting anyone down, but, you know,
there was
it's
a
just
pretty
beyond me.
explicit mention of him.
Pixels,
and thus, the saga has finally ended. I know for a fact I'm not the only one who feels this massive sense of relief that it's...
Oh, there we go. Plot and dope. Okay. Let's see. Being a big fan for years, likely. I mean, yeah. I'm a big fan of... Oh, geez, I'm a big fan of... Not that painter. Okay. Celebrity X, I suppose. Say I like this person, Kane, right? Here we go. I liked the products that EA put out. The RTS products. Massive enjoyer of Command & Conquer. Command & Conquer 4 comes out and poops all over my parade. Disappointing, but I didn't cry over it. It was just, oh well.
Finally over. I am now happy that her efforts at least took him down with her. As problematic as she was, and as arguably valid as it is for her and her ex, would have taken this point because she wasn't about to. I don't know.
I've already read the whole
thing.
thing.
Situation is obviously, but we know that she wasn't allowed to stream for months. So she was kind of stuck in limbo. Light mode blasting our eyes off. Hey, it's not my screenshot. I'm sure there will be some interesting discourse on the
unique... While they had some Westwood employees, it was okay when they were all gone all went to... Yep, pretty much. But, as bad as it was a Command & Conquer RTS title, the actual unit controls were still good. And they were 10 times better than the absolute trash that was Timu, also known as Tempest Rising. That game had 20 years to innovate on the Command and Conquer formula, and they went backwards. Their camera controls are worse than Red Alert 1. That's what he knows bad. I would rather play Command and Conquer 4 than play Tempest Rising. If the RTS game has bad unit controls, I will not play it. Oh, I'll play it, but it's just to try it out, but I won't enjoy it. I was expecting, okay, cool. This is a clearly inspired by Command and Conquer. You guys have an absolute winner formula. Sure, it looks a little bit uninspired, but hey, worse than other one? Yep. It's literally click and drag. That's the type of camera movement you got. Whereas with Command and Conquer, which has by far the best camera controls, you literally just hold in the right mouse click, move the mouse like this, and the camera pans. And depending on how far you move the mouse, it will increase or decrease the acceleration of the camera, which is by far easier on the wrist. You don't have to keep on, moving the mouse like this, clicking and dragging. It also makes it for some very cinematic openings and viewing of the content if you're something like a caster. It's just overall better. And they went for a middle mouse button, click and drag, like it's like the early 2000s of Warcraft 3.
Weak and swift
Absolute
wording of this announcement, and maybe...
Do you know what's worse? It was done in Unreal Engine 5, and I know someone who knows about, game development in Unreal Engine 5, and asked me about it. He said it would not have even taken 5 minutes to copy-paste the camera controls of Kane's Wrath. Not even 5 minutes work, and they couldn't do it.
Maybe I'll entertain it later, but as of right now, I really don't care. I'm just happy we can close the one troublesome plot thread in an otherwise big upswing year for EN. See, I don't feel like it's closed. To any
It ain't closed until they release the files,
ex-Arcadians out there, take your time to work out the emotions of all this. Losing an Oshi in any way is rough. If you want to stick around, there are still livers who may interest you. Claude, Ryoma, Sable are really dope. Chop Country with Apex quite frequently. They have a
Underworld Fox is also pretty good. Just saying, guys.
collab in a few days for a different game, but it'd be good.
We wanted to bring our
catch
vision to the game. Oh, geez, that's always like one of the worst sentences I could ever hear. That and more diversity and inclusion. It would take longer to open the Code of Kane's Wrath than would be to copy paste the commands, controls. Okay, when I say copy paste, I mean just mimic them, as in just code it in a way that it resembles the Kane's Wrath controls. You could build their actual controls into a new game within 5 minutes of coding. So I just wanted to clarify that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Which is absolutely insane that they couldn't do it.
And see if their personalities and chemistries interest you. Once in a while, Illyra, Millie, Anna, Uki, Willy, Finana, and maybe Zeal do jump on League of Legends. I imagine you'd very much know how sweet of a person Ran and the rest
What's the appeal of League of Legends, by the way? I can never understand it.
of Illuna are. But if you want to take a leaf from the Niji sphere, that's also very much valid. Just be sure to take good care of yourself.
Mental illness? Ah, mental illness. Okay, I like that answer better.
I don't feel like...
Wait, MOBA, it's Mass Online... Ba? What does the ba stand
like it's
for?
close. It's
Battle
buried.
Arena? I don't know.
Honestly, considering they had her in 10k depths at the start,
Woo! 10k depth. Battle Arena, maybe, I
then
don't
paid
know.
her late, then stopped her streaming, and she still didn't take the pay. This was
Massively online. It's not even massive online. Massively online Battle Arena, I see. Your Honor? Yes, sire? 10k depth is insane. Multiplayer online Battle Arena.
on a new level. True.
It's basically just an RTS, but you only control a single unit and you have like 4 abilities, as far as I'm aware.
True.
League of
She was
Legends,
like, if
yes!
I'm going down, you're going
Sentence
down
him
with
to the
me.
electric chair.
Separation. I need reminders, but wasn't Kunai marked with a similar announcement before? No, I don't think Kunai's announcement was Separation. Or was that just a hiatus announcement? It probably wasn't. I'm reaching. Yes, it was a hiatus.
hiatus.
Yes, there was a few announcements with her. There was a hiatus one, and then she graduated. If I
Oh, it's hiatus. I thought it was hiatus. Oh, jeez, my English.
remember properly. It's not graduation, which meant Aster didn't quit. If he quit, it would have been a graduation. Think about Gundo, for example.
You want to know my take on this? Aster got fired.
She graduated, even though she was in the heels of a scandal. This meant that Gundo quit, and that was pretty clear given her past and future behavior. I mean, Gundo, like, kind of was a big part of...
Yeah. Especially with the ambiguous language that they use in the announcement. Especially regarding for the reasons of why he could have been let go. 100% the guy got fired.
Building Nijisanji, so
I see right through your corporal language, BS.
they owed her at least a graduation. It's not termination, obviously, since it would have been a termination.
But the way it's named,
My
if you don't
best
trust it,
guess is what I have
same, man.
thinking all of this time, that what Aster did just doesn't rise to the level of legal defense, and there is no mechanism actually to remove him, since he didn't do anything else wrong to justify a termination. It's a
If I'm not mistaken, we've seen enough smug streamers to know Corpo Blorpo. Yep. If I'm not mistaken, if someone engages in Epstein Diddy behavior, does that not bring shame upon the corporation that's hired you? Especially if you're using your name attached to that? Wouldn't that technically count as defamation? Couldn't you let him go on those charges? Should, right? Yeah. I'm fairly certain you could have done something like that.
bit different from
Because
Twisty,
you're causing Nijisanji reputational harm, right?
because Twisty actually did something that justified termination, although I'm pretty sure the actual reason Twisty was gone was other reasons, not for hurting Aster. I mean, we wouldn't get this news if Nijisanji was actually protecting Aster. What Aster did doesn't rise to the level of legal defense. How is that possible?
I have no idea. Same questions, boys.
These are EN talents, aren't they? Because his messages weren't overly sexual. Yeah, but sexual
Yeah, but wasn't he hosting baby oil parties?
harassment has a
And also, you gotta remember that they were accusing him of really creepy DMs as well.
very wide definition, even in the eyes of the law. This is why companies have human resources department.
We should get rid of HR, boys.
Fly you to my hotel room sounds pretty much a sexual. Yes, yes. Thank you for reminding us of this. It'll work. Yes, exactly. He did say that. He did say.
And that's pretty sus, boys. It's the same type of language as let me fly you to my island in the middle of nowhere.
Say that he wanted to fly somebody to a hotel room. I don't know. I think that falls into sexual harassment. Well, I can't diss Aster anymore. It's a pity.
I wouldn't say it falls into sexual harassment, but the intention is sexual harassment. Not the statement itself, but, you know, the intention behind it definitely is.
But still, that is a good thing for Niji, right? True, that is a good thing for Niji. It's a dub. Yet still not redeemable enough for the Corpo. Right on.
True. Everything I've heard about Ninja is always bad. Small W for letting loose the degenerate, though.
Right on, Blade. I mean, it's good for the livers. It's good for the livers that he's gone. Now they don't have to be uncomfortable with him. But the way the Corpo is handling it, the lack of transparency, obviously people are going to have trouble with that. Niji did nothing to fix their harassment policy. We were supposed to have a revamp of their policy at the end of the investigation.
And I assume the investigation came and went and there was no policy revamp.
But we're not going to have that if we don't get the results of the investigation. It's kind of like a package deal that we're just not getting. It's notable that Scarly didn't cry or react.
But it was a half joke. Lol. The best thing Niji did was introducing me to Dokibird and Mint. Okay, I don't know about Mint. Don't know anything about this one, but I know people find Dokibird to be extremely popular. I mean, you gotta be pretty popular if your name pops up in the gift search of Discord. In spite of them? Oh, yes.
React to him leaving in any way, but she cried for Kyo and Nina.
Hold up. That chatter was named Master N. I immediately thought of the scene where Donald Trump says the N-word, nuclear bomb.
And no one is crying for him leaving right now. Alright, let's read the rest of this comment. It's not even that he's not part of Nijisanji anymore, I guess we would see later. For example, he's still on the official Nijisanji roster.
Okay,
That's been fixed because he's removed now. J.R.M. might be the closest to what has happened. In that case, though, separation was matter of technicality. Basically, Nijisanji G had no authority to
try to take like everything away from Doki, but the viewers fought. Based viewers. I heard there was some controversy surrounding that, but I don't actually know the actual details.
fire someone because what bad things she did was technically from a
Dragoons Rock. Oh no. Goon.
different company, and that company had no will to fire her because they were in the same bed with her. Perhaps literally as per some rumor. What? How have I never heard of this?
Pretty cook statement, not gonna
Che
lie.
Ara? So what? So this person is saying there's a Nijisanji JP liver that also was separated because of a scandal with a previous company, and there's rumors that she might have been in bed with somebody from that previous company?
Oh, the plot thickens, boys.
In bed as in lied to, but then he says perhaps literally as per some rumor. As some might say, this is we have chosen to not renew the contract with this person for no legally discernible reason, phrased in so and so words, which is something, I guess. Yeah, it is something.
I would have just come out and said, He's a weirdo. Bye!
EN VTuber fandom already is in La La Land in respect to their ideas about what any color is.
Well, then again, I assume you just can't openly call people degenerates and weirdos on the internet. If you're from Japan, you might get sued for that.
So there is no reason to worry this would feed into their narratives. They already found an income stream which is rarely affected by this fandom. So this person says, honestly, this was really the only option they had. A termination would have had to include a reason, which, considering what he was accused of legal, would need rock solid evidence of, especially considering Japan's libel law.
It's the stockholder's opinion that matters after all. Yep. As long as they're happy, your business is doing good, you gotta appease the shareholders, you know? Yeah, I've heard Japan's laws are pretty strict when it comes to this type of thing.
Oh, so this person is saying that, I mean, you know what? This could be a solid theory too, that they're not allowed to disclose this because it could have legal repercussion on them, as per Japan's libel law. But then they libeled a bunch of other livers like Zion Lenza. A graduation would have caused its own mess. Again, considering
this is for the good of the company?
what he was accused of and how Twisty's termination was handled. Keeping him and trying to pretend nothing happened would have been PR suicide for unaccountable reasons.
They were probably forced to use this type of language and let him go.
So we are left with this simple non-renewal of contract. Kunai announced an indefinite streaming hiatus, and when she left, Nijisanji announced Kunai Nakazato will graduate. Yeah, but was her contract still on? Zion didn't live in Japan though, that's true. But does Aster live full-time in Japan though, or does he split his time between America and Japan? Yeah, he splits his time between the two regions, I'm pretty sure. And
I could never. I hate travel.
I don't know what's his first...
If I get in a car, bro, if it's longer than 15-minute drive, I get car sick. And I'm scared of heights, so I'm never getting in a plane.
I don't know how it works, by the way, when you live in two different areas. Does it go with your citizenship? But yeah, there's some pretty funny comments under the tweet. But what about the cooking stream? I've been waiting for so long.
Bro just wants his cooking stream.
Freaking boojin. Rosie Belmu saying, separating is a weird word. Terminated would have had more balls, Zimo. True, I'm gonna like that. Terminated him the same day I stopped by the Nijisanji building. Coincidence?
From Legal Mindset of all people. Interesting. I did not expect him to have a cameo in this stream. We require that cooking stream, cinema? Yes.
Oh, I think not, LM. They actually just waited for my video to come out to finish the job. True! This is definitely them protecting him again. Will we ever see the results of the investigation now?
in chat. Great Shrike. Welcome. Thank you so much for popping in. I didn't see you. Oh, I also didn't realize that model is technically covering her. That's kind of a my bad, boys. Let me move myself over here. We went through the entire video and I actually covered her. I am so sorry. I didn't see that. By the way, thank you so much for popping in, man. I didn't even expect you here today. Thank you so much for coming, bro. How are you doing, man? Oh, I thought that was intention. No, I had no idea because I'm looking at my browser and so I just see her model. I don't actually see what you guys are seeing. I am so sorry. I am sorry to Rima. I ruined the entire react by having myself in front of you. If you ever see this, I'm sorry. I'm just stupid. I'm fine, thanks. That's awesome. Y'all don't get to look at this woman. I am the attention center. I am the center of the attention here. Yeah. I'm great, thanks. Ah, that is awesome, man. Thank you so much for popping by. I really do appreciate it. Oh yeah, great track. You didn't see this. Do you want to see something cool, buddy? I got something really, really cool if you want to see it.
Now, I'm also wondering that, Salvi. Separating interesting shows.
Yep, okay. So, I don't know if you know, but within the next 2 weeks or so, my official Underworld Fox VTuber model is going to be finished. And here is a little sneak peek that my artist posted of just the model eyes. Let me quickly get over there. Pew. Absolute freaking cinema. Also, hey Elite, what's up, man? How you doing? Just look at the absolute immaculate detail on that. That is freaking amazing. Whoo! It's literally like someone went and drew a model that just regular, RTX on. I cannot stop looking at this. This is just so amazing. She did an absolutely amazing job. I cannot wait until the entire thing is complete. Which is in literally days away now, boys. And then it's going to be the great debut day. But anyways, nice. Glad you like it.
Of words, I would agree so, Kenny. And Gabriel Cross, the literal one time you'd be praised for releasing detailed information on a talent's release, you hide away all the information. What is wrong with your management? Oh well, there's a few things that is wrong with the management. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.
Copy. All right, GG's boys, GG's boys. That was a good video. I liked it. Now I finally learned about the whole Aster drama.